There has been some major chatting going on in the Call of Duty community lately, and mostly about what the next Call of Duty title is going to be. Now, we have pretty much minimized it down to two options. A lot of people are saying it's either going to be Call of Duty Ghosts 2 or it's going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Now, what I'm going to be doing in this video is telling you guys pretty much what I personally think is going to be the winner, and pretty much have both of them competing. Pretty much comparing the Modern Warfare series to Call of Duty Ghost, why they would choose one over the other, where the community stands as we are right now, but we would probably want more for the next Call of Duty game. I just want to go over all of this stuff with you guys and just put it into one video for you guys to entertain just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But let's get into it. Let's get into the topic. Now, if you haven't checked out my Twitter account already, it's down in the description for all of you guys to check out. But if you follow my Twitter account, you have seen that I put up a poll on what you guys personally prefer, Call of Duty Ghost 2 or Modern Warfare 4. And it seems like a lot of you guys are kind of pushing towards a Modern Warfare 4 over a Ghost 2. But honestly, I think that all we need right now in the Call of Duty community is just a modern day game. That's what we truly need as Call of Duty fans. It has been ages since we've seen a Call of Duty modern day title. And pretty much Call of Duty Ghost was, I think that was the last modern day Call of Duty game that we have seen. After Ghost came Advanced Warfare, futuristic. Black Ops 3 after that, futuristic. Infinite Warfare after that, futuristic. Then we went back to World War II, which was a nice twist, let's not lie, but it wasn't the World War II that I wanted. I was looking more of a world at war, where it's all these different countries fighting. It was literally just the Americans versus Germany. That was it. That was all there was in World War II. Huge disappointment for me. It let me down big time. Even though the story was really great, the multiplayer was pretty fun at the end of the cycle, not in the beginning. The multiplayer was absolutely god-awful in the beginning of World War II. But near the end of World War II, the game was pretty good by then. It was solid, but I still wish they had that world at war feel. And then after Call of Duty World War II, here we are with Black Ops 4, right back into the future. I don't know what's going on at Activision. I don't know what's going on with Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer, but for some strange reason, they have future just jammed into their heads like they're too scared to go back into time to fix things up. World War II was like the last thing that we actually had to a change from the futuristic pace. So there's no way possible that it's going to be a futuristic theme for the next Call of Duty. I can already tell you guys that there's no possible way they're going to mix in another futuristic. It's not going to be Infinite Warfare 2, and it's not going to be another off-brand title like they did with Infinite Warfare. Instead of making another Modern Warfare or a Ghost 2, they went with Infinite Warfare. It's not going to be like that. That's going to be out of the picture. We're not dealing with that type of stuff right now. Now, Ghost, I think I was one out of all my friends that actually enjoyed Ghost. All my friends despised it. Everybody that I've ever spoken to despised it. And it seems like just around this time of the year, I'm starting to see more people come up and say they enjoyed it. I don't know if a lot of people went back to try it out again, or they're just jumping on the bandwagon saying that Ghost 2 would be a great game to have. I don't know. But all I know is that during the prime of Call of Duty Ghost, everybody in the world hated it. It wasn't one person that I knew personally that enjoyed it. I think I was the only person that everybody called me nuts for enjoying the game. But honestly, Ghost 2 wouldn't be too shabby. I would enjoy to see a sequel to Ghost 1. First off, the campaign was absolutely solid, great story, and also they left us with a cliffhanger. So at some point in time, there's going to be a Ghost 2. I can't imagine them just completely pushing this out of the way. They're going to continue that storyline, whether they do it with this Call of Duty game that's coming out in 2019, or if they're waiting until the next 3-year cycle when Infinity Ward comes back into the pretty much the game making process, and they toss Ghost 2 into the mix. But Ghost 2 would not be that bad of a game to dabble with. The multiplayer was a little iffy for a lot of people, but what people don't understand is that they can change all of this. They can take everything that was in Ghost 1 and perfect it and make it better, and pretty much make it enjoyable for the whole crowd. Now, the thing with Ghost was it was kind of near future. It wasn't completely present. It wasn't a modern warfare type of game. I can compare it kind of to Black Ops 2, how Black Ops 2 was near future, but it wasn't completely futuristic as well. Ghost wasn't as futuristic as Black Ops 2, don't get me wrong. I'm not comparing the two time periods of both these games, but Ghost 2 was definitely not a present day game. There was a lot of things that made it stand out and make it unique from a modern day game, which I enjoyed personally. I think that's why I enjoyed it so much, is that it had that modern day feel with a twist of futuristic elements into the mix. It also kind of looked like it was an apocalyptic type game as well in certain maps and areas and the way the gameplay. It was a lot of crazy things going on in Call of Duty Ghost. But it was a solid game, and I can see them making a Ghost 2. But at the same time, it would be a risky one. It would be a very risky one. First off, like I said before, a lot of people despised Call of Duty Ghosts 1. It wasn't the most popular game out of the mix. A lot of people hated it when they first released. So when Infinity Ward is coming to the plate right now, and Activision probably has them under a lot of pressure with all these past COD titles that have been going down the drain, this is going to be a big one right here. This might be a make it or break it for the Call of Duty franchise at the moment. So when they're looking at the charts, they're looking at all the games they made, and they had to sit down and finally make a decision. And they're looking, okay, well, we made Call of Duty Ghost 1. We made Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and we made Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. Now, what could we possibly make next? Now, Ghost would probably be the riskiest of all of them to make right now. Now, I don't think they're going to make Call of Duty Ghost 2 in 2019. I'm going to say that now. I think Modern Warfare 4 is going to be coming up next. And I'm going to tell you guys why a little bit later in the video. But Call of Duty Ghost 2 is just too risky right now. Yes, it would be an outstanding game to play. Yes, it will be tons of fun. But you have to understand, they are trying to save this series. They're trying to make sure Call of Duty does not go down the drain. So they're probably going to be taking every safe path while designing this game. They're probably trying to avoid every risky choice and every risky move they can possibly take right now, which it's okay. You know, I can understand why they're doing that, even though I love when Call of Duty takes a risk and they try out new features and new things in the game. Take jetpacks, for example, which sadly went horribly wrong, but it was a risk. It was definitely a risk-taken move for the Call of Duty franchise. Call of Duty Ghost 2 would be the same exact thing. It would be a huge risk being taken with this game. Now it's time for Modern Warfare 4. Now, everybody knows the Modern Warfare series, and the main thing that separates the Black Ops series from Modern Warfare series is that the Modern Warfare series kept to their roots throughout their whole series. Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 were pretty much all the same concept, all the same idea, and pretty much all the same game, just with different maps. They changed the playstyles a little bit in multiplayer for each game, but at the core of the game, it was the same. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4, Jesus Christ. They just said, fuck it. You know what? Black Ops 1, boots on the ground. Black Ops 2, we're going to jump from a very old past war up to a futuristic war. Then they went from futuristic war to slapping us with jetpacks flying around the map, and then they kept with future. I don't know what the whole plan or the whole scheme of the Black Ops series was. It kind of fell off for me after a while. Once Black Ops 3 came out, the storyline got horrible. It was a rough one. But Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3 all had amazing campaigns. All had amazing multiplayers, and all had just amazing concepts. So it's no possible way they could possibly screw up Modern Warfare 4. If they screw up Modern Warfare 4, God have mercy. I'm literally making a cross on my body right now. I'm praying right now that they do not mess this up, because that will be the biggest failure in Call of Duty history. It's impossible to mess this up. You literally have 3 games to look back on. 3 games that you can use all the strategies, all the game styles. You can design maps off of them. You can use past guns and put them in this game. It's so many different ideas that you can use for Modern Warfare 4. If they possibly screw this up, I'm going to go mental. And on top of that, Modern Warfare 2 is probably the most notorious Call of Duty game of all time. Everybody knows about Modern Warfare 2. Whether you love it or you hate it, it is probably one of the most popular Call of Duty games to ever be made. Infinity Ward, do not follow Treyarch's path. They are idiots. They're absolute idiots. They made Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was an outstanding game. Everybody in the world loved it. All they had to do for Black Ops 4 was look at Black Ops 2 and just make it the same playstyle. But they're stupid. They didn't understand that. They screwed up. They failed. You're up to the plate, Infinity Ward. You made Modern Warfare 2. You made Modern Warfare 1. Modern Warfare 3 was a little iffy, but it was still good. But I would still look mostly at Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2 and just make those play styles into a more modern day game. And when I mean modern day game, I'm talking about we're in 2019 now. The technology changed big time. So if they can take the same play styles and make it with modern technology, they have a banger. That's going to be the game of the year. It might be the game I play for the rest of my life. But I'm so dead serious. This is a winner right here if they could just nail it. So I genuinely think that Modern Warfare 4 is going to be next up compared to Call of Duty Ghost 2. I really do think this. One, it's just a lot smaller of a move for them. The Call of Duty fan base has been waiting for ages for another Modern Warfare game. Ages. Compared to Call of Duty Ghost, I think we can wait another year or two for another one of those games. But we have, since Modern Warfare 3 came out, we've been waiting a long time for another Modern Warfare game to come out into this series. So that's number one. Number two, it's just safe. Everybody loves Modern Warfare series. Everybody. Whether you liked Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare 3, you enjoyed a Modern Warfare game at least once in your life. Call of Duty Ghosts, there's only one Call of Duty Ghosts. There's not a series, there's just one of them. And it's either a love-hate relationship. You either really love that game or you really hate that game. That's a risky move because you have a 50-50 pretty much fan base of who's going to enjoy this game right now. If they're going to buy it or if they're not going to buy it. So I think a lot more people are going to cough up cash if they see a Modern Warfare 4 come out. Because no matter how far down the line, whether it was Modern Warfare 1 that you enjoyed and you hated Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, if you enjoyed Modern Warfare 3 and you hated Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 1, whichever one you liked, you at least had some good moments in one of those games. And that's what they're probably going to try to capture right now. They're probably trying to capture those good moments that you have from one of those Modern Warfare games that you had there. And that's going to be enough to push you to get the next Modern Warfare 4. It's all about business, people. It's all about business. They could give two shits about what the fans want. They could give two shits about what we want in the game. They just want money in their pockets. So obviously, I think at the end of the day, what's going to get them the most money? I think a Modern Warfare 4 would pretty much give them bank. They'll be rich if they're thinking about making a Modern Warfare 4. But it's sad because I really wanted to see a Ghost 2. Trust me. I love Call of Duty Ghost 1. It's a great game. But I just cannot see it coming out this year. I just can't. They have to be doing a Modern Warfare 4. I can't think of any other game they could possibly be making or taking a risk for right now. They're going to be playing it so insanely safe right now. It's no way they're taking any risks for this game. It's all safe. Nothing that's going to possibly risk them losing any money off of this game right now. They're going to try to play it as safe as possible. But thank you all for tuning in to yet another video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you hated it, a dislike. And make sure you leave down in the comment section on what you guys think. Do you think Ghost 2 is going to be the winner for 2019? Or do you think they're going to be making a Modern Warfare 4? Like I said, this whole video, I think it's going to be a Modern Warfare 4. But I always love to see everybody's opinion. And like you guys already know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion on my channel. But thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification button to be updated on all my recent videos. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.